Well, hey everybody, look, it's a Tuesday. Yay. I think is that two in a row? I think so. Whatever. Don't judge. We're here. We're chilling out. I gotta fix my cameras, doing weird things. It's like in a weird spot. Anyhow, whatever. Good to see y'all. We're here once again. We don't really have a topic, so we just want to talk. I got some things to say about some random stuff that I don't usually talk about, but that's cool. Could be interesting. Whatever. I don't care. Jason Pope quit Hirschbach again. I'm just saying, whatever. Anyhow, two in a row, Craig. That's right, man. Two in a row. Whew. Boy, I need to shave. I was gonna do that today, but then I got a migraine. You know what? I'm gonna push the buttons. We'll be right back. Oh my god. Why do people just let me go off?
Paying too much for trucking insurance? What if you could save more by making one simple phone call and keep more profit? You could very well do just that with one simple call to Seabright Agency, 800-366-6466. Call now.
Now here's a question that all owner-operators and small fleet owners should consider. What happens when you access the unrivaled advantages that are available through the ES Advantage program? We asked Jeff and Charley from Contractors Corner to share their thoughts on how they've been able to utilize the discounts and services that are a part of the ES Advantage.
So we started looking for a way to save money on fuel. And we were turned on to the ES Advantage program for fuel first. And so we got a hold of Jeff Reese, and he ran us through that program. And man, we were starting to save. And then we started talking to them. Well, we saw their website, and we said, Jeff, what's this thing about insurance and accounting and
Right.
you lease trucks? What?
Right, and that's the thing, is we only knew it as a fuel card. And when we started digging deeper, I mean, we ended up getting hooked up with an insurance provider, Seabright Agency, and they created an entire insurance program just for us and our people. And from that, we've learned that, you know, now there's even more potential. There's a greater opportunity, and it's completely opened up our eyes and broadened our vision into what it is we're trying to do, which is help people do better. Wrapped with the ES community just makes that process so much easier.
Now, if you're an owner-operator or small fleet owner and you would like to learn more about how you can drive savings to the bottom line of your business, the ES Advantage program has the discounts and services that deliver the kind of unrivaled advantages that are designed to help you improve your overall operation. Get connected with the ES Advantage today.
Jeff, dang it, where are you, man? I got food in my mouth. I need you, bro. Oh my God. Why are you laying down?
Waka, 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 waka.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm awake.
All right. Jeff, I got the last spoonful in my face, but I couldn't swallow before we came back. Like 4 spoonfuls like this. I was eating frosted mini wheat. Sorry.
Serves you right for muting me.
I don't even know how that happened, dude. Whatever. Buttons. We're here. You're here. I'm here. Hey, at least the two of us are here. I know Craig was here. TK's here. Sean, Brian, Jess, Trucker Tim, Dennis Lewis, some other people. Donna. Hi, Donna. Maybe she's here still. I don't know.
Pete's listening.
Hello, Pete. Matt Nissen was second. Tucker Tim was first. Chris Hamilton was third. Oh, Chris Hamilton's up in Canada. Ugh. Undertaker's fourth.
Well, I'm on the 80.
Fourth is just too far out to track. Just saying.
Chris Hamilton's in Mexico.
No, Canada.
Oh, okay.
New York.
I saw the CA.
Did you look at the flag?
The what?
Oh, you can't see the flag.
Okay.
So where it says the little CA in the chat,
Mm-hmm.
on the YouTube, there's a Canadian flag in that position.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like, Mexico, what? Sorry, guys. I wish you guys could see our screens because it's different than what you guys see. Wonder, can I do that? Oh, I bet this will be weird. What could go wrong
Ooh.
here?
Dad, what are you doing? What does it look like I'm doing, Pete? I'm listening to Charley pontificate.
Right? What could go wrong here? That's what I said.
Sean Fairman's here with us live tonight.
Nice.
Trucker Tim spent 5 hours at a Love's to get those trailer tires repaired, replaced. Yep.
Good Lord.
I had to do one tire took me 6 hours the other day at a Love's. It was the point to where I was like, do you guys just want to wait till tomorrow? Because by the time you're done, I won't have any parking.
Right. So over here on the right, that's the chat we see from the YouTubes. But it doesn't display like it does in the YouTubes. You guys can clearly see that. Like on Chris Hamilton's thing, it says here from CA. So Jeff said Mexico because he thought California. But in reality, it was a Canadian flag. I just think it all made it more funny. Whatever. I haven't slept well.
Are you not entertained, Charley?
Are you not entertained? Yes. I do a terrible. Yeah. That probably hurt someone's ears. I apologize for that. Pete, I need you to get on the show and run this thing, buddy. Because I could mess things up a lot tonight. Just saying. He meant laying down, Jeff. Dang. I added the dang for punctuation for him.
Okay.
You know, I'm like that. I'm a giver. I don't even know what the heck we're doing. I was really...
Hey. Yeah, Tim, I was really hoping to get through Houston before the evening commute. Feel like I shouldn't have stopped and let the trailer air system handle it. Yeah. I got one better for you. I had to go through the DC Capitol Loop at 7:30 in the morning the other day.
That was great.
That sucked over an hour out of my clock.
He was so happy about that. You should have heard the nice words he had to say about DC. You know, following that conversation, I'm pretty sure Jeff wants to run through there every morning.
No. Yeah, you go through these mega cities like that. You know, DC is not really that big, but boy, does it have a population. All these dense population centers, I don't know, man. I don't know how people do it.
Jason Pope quit Earthbach again.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. Again. You think he'll be back next week?
I don't know, man. Dude's like, he deleted all his videos about Hirschbach.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, that right there.
Everything.
All 11 of you that are watching right now, if any of you follow that charlatan, if you notice, we've never once deleted a video.
Nope.
I have never deleted a comment unless there were just massive spelling errors in it. Then I redid it. Right. How do you trust a guy that is so disingenuous?
Dude.
You know, if he was happy at Hirschbach for that two days he was there, he should own that. If he thinks it's a great contract, he should own that.
I really want to show you his 11-minute video, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to give you the Charley rundown. Ready?
Yep.
His last video said, I'm quitting Hirschbach. I already turned my truck in. I'm in a rental car. I'm going to be driving home. He should have just finally finished paying off the debt that he left the first time he quit from last year or whatever. I can't even remember how far back it was. And because this would have been like the 6th week that I think he was paying back. Anyhow, and you know, he was talking about all these weeks, these 6 weeks he's been telling people about Hirschbach, and he's back and he's doing the Hirschbach dance and all that nonsense, right? And I mean, whatever. I thought it was funny. I probably thought it was funny for the wrong reasons. Seeing that grown man doing this weird jiggle dance thing that was hilarious to me in truck stops in front of people. I was like, okay, dedication, whatever. But he was telling people, you know, how great, sky's the limit, you know, best company I've ever been at, all this other stuff, and even defended how he quit last time. He was just dumb for quitting, you know, and he just never should have made that mistake and left. You know, now he's coming back, and oh man, he can't believe how great it is, and the sky's the limit, the sky's the limit. And hey, I won't lie to you. I haven't lied to you. Listen, trust me. This is the best place ever, best lease ever. 99-cent fuel, 10-cent maintenance. On this recent video, he says, man, something like, you know, oh, this is terrible. This is a scam. I'll never go lease a truck from another company, Mega again, and all this other stuff. And, you know, leases are for suckers, basically. And yeah, totally the opposite. And then he deleted all those other videos where you're saying how great it was and it's the best lease ever. Oh, man. Ugh.
You know, if he wanted to have some credibility, he could have come up and said, hey, guys, I made a mistake. I was wrong. That's what he should have done. Like I did with those tires that I kept for a year and a half, 2 years.
Right. So, yeah, he said he
here's the data.
And those guys are just screwed. Because part of his thing was, you know, hey, use me as a referral, and I will coach you and guide you and all this other stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Guess he's the trucker's coach, right?
Right. Good luck with that. And yet, he still get all those people. It's weird, man. It is just odd. But he said he's leaving like YouTube again, but then, you know, maybe he's not. Maybe he's going to start up his trucker's coach thing again. But I'm like, what? I don't even understand because
the guy's got no credibility as far as I can tell.
And yet they love him. I don't understand.
Yeah,
like people will fight for him.
He's a failure.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
You know, I you know what it probably was, Charlie? He couldn't get enough referrals to make a paycheck.
That's what I believe.
Because him and a couple other YouTubers out there, you know, we try not to call ourselves YouTubers. I get that we do YouTube, so I guess we're YouTubers, but the whole quote YouTuber thing, it's all about recruiting for this or affiliate links for that. You know, it's all about the money. And I gotta tell you, the people that are out there actually trying to help other people, we don't do it necessarily for the money. It would be nice to get a little paycheck now and again,
right?
But it's not the main thrust of what we do, and we're not the only ones out there. We're certainly not the only ones in the trucking industry that try and legitimately help people. And if you broaden it out into general business advice, like I'm trying to get into, it's the same thing. You got the guys that, hey, you know, follow my affiliate link for this guru, this, that, and the other thing, instead of selling what's of value, which is their experience.
Right.
Why? Because they don't have any experience.
Oh. 1 year of experience like 20 times does not equate to 20 years experience.
No. So yeah, it's a bizarre world.
Exactly, DJ. Yeah, his last paycheck was $1,400 because he had a $1,200 referral on it. He actually admitted that in that video.
Seriously?
Oh yeah. But that's the first time he admitted it just now. I'll be honest with you guys now. something along those lines. I mean, look, DJ, you tell him if I'm wrong, because I know you know I know yeah, from the other side of the world that we hang out in. But dude, oh my God, like, you know, he doesn't want to be a shit. Oh God, he was like, I'm not going to be a pitch man anymore. I was a great pitch man. I was a great pitch man for Swift. I was a great pitch man for blah 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 blah. And I'm not going to be a pitch man anymore. And I'm like, you were a terrible pitch man if you only got 3 referrals, bro, in the last 45 days.
Yep.
So I'm a great pitch man, he's saying, and I'm like, God. Hey, what's up, Narc? We were just talking about our favorite trucker coach out there. Yeah, man. Dude. Well, because I was watching Narc last night. I think was it last night, Narc? I don't know. Your last live, whenever it was. Oh, the Hirschbach team called Narc today. That's great. By the way, if you ever call Narc, just saying, he records every phone call. Don't say something you'll regret. Because people do thinking, oh, we're cool. It's cool. And Narc's like straight up. He's like, hey man, I tell stories, man. I'm entertaining people. I'm a bad guy on the YouTubes. I play that well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you say something, Narc sometimes takes a little bit of what's the word?
Creative license.
Yes, exactly. Creative license sometimes on things that you say, because you're not there to back it up. I'm just saying, whatever. It's fun. It's hilarious sometimes.
Oh,
yeah.
So Narc.
Oh God, scoop. Send him a link. No, you got to put it on your channel. Dang it! I can't wait till later.
I might actually have to watch a Narc show tonight.
Oh, dude. Rosie's been tuning in every now and then too. It's been funny.
Yeah.
She loves hearing him talk. Oh my God, Narc. So Rosie the other night said, I was getting, I had you playing through the speakers in the truck.
Mm-hmm.
And
That was weird.
So I could hear what was going on. And while we were sitting in a rest area, I was getting ready to leave the rest area, and she's like, no, leave it on. I like his voice. It's calming. I'm like, what?
Narc's voice is calming. Sorry, bud,
Oh
but that's kind of strange to me.
Oh, it tripped me out, man. Oh my God. He was actually on his 3rd attempt with, really? Interesting. Yeah, anyhow, that's hilarious. And that guy is just garbage. I don't care what anybody says. Look, I was going to invite him on the show because I wanted him to defend his math, because I was absolutely willing to defend my math. But now I'm sure he'd be like, I don't care. It was a scam anyhow. So whatever. I'm just telling you guys.
I don't think any of these contracts are necessarily a scam.
No, I don't think so.
I think you have a contract that dictates what your relationship is with the carrier.
Right.
And you can either make money doing that or you cannot.
Right.
And Jason absolutely cannot make money driving a truck, apparently.
I think some are far more predatory than others. How's that?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. The megas get a bad rap, but when you actually look at the contracts, I think the ones to be aware of are the little sub 100 truck operations that may or may not be out of Chicago.
I was going to make jokes, but I don't even want to do that. I'm just saying.
Be careful, man. They'll come after you.
I don't need Ivan at my door. I mean, it wouldn't go well for him, but whatever. But DJ, okay, look, wait. So I'm actually mixed on this, right? He's not a good spokesperson when he brags about being into hoe. he says, I'm using his words, hoe. He's in a hoe. Because we got to say it right, because it wouldn't be right if you didn't. Anyhow, I know I'm picking on him. That's not right. I'll stop. Man's got a speech
Very well.
impediment, clearly. Actually, he just doesn't know how to use the letter L, but that's fine. When how does he say love? Or I like you? Huh. Interesting.
Finish your thought, Charlie.
Where was I going? On the screen. I think it's important for people to share the ups and the downs and explain the downs.
Right.
Why did you get here? Right? How did you go from, great one, oh crap, in the sinker? Right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's actually, the transparency of that. But when people are always talking about it's great, they won't show you the real deal. Like he was notorious for not showing how many miles he ran. You know why? Because those settlements that were up there were $1,200 added for referrals.
Mm-hmm.
He now says he had 3, maybe, I don't know, maybe he had 2. At one point he said 4 or 5. So I mean, I'm just saying, the guy can't keep up with his own stories. I'm not going to say lie, but I'm going to say he can't keep up with his own lies. And that's bad. Yeah,
I mean,
look, DJ, I saw that too. And I still question that. So, if you looked at his settlements, Jeff, which I know you haven't, he was posting settlements that showed, year-to-date settlements, like, the week revenue would be X amount of dollars. The week's deductions, X amount of dollars. But when you looked at the year-to-date numbers, it started out at like $13,000 negative.
Mm-hmm.
And each week that was decreasing, because it's in the brackets, right?
Right.
So that's a negative number. And he's like, no, it's a payroll error, they said. And it'll just go away over time. I'm like, that's a financial document.
Right.
Where's the correction being shown?
Mm-hmm.
Because what it looks like to the world,
I mean,
normal, he's paying back $13,000 worth of debt for some reason. But he said he was only into the whole when he started back, he still owed them like $1,100 from when he quit the last time he quit, when he actually just, turned in the truck and split.
Yeah. I mean, if I went back to Swift, I owe them $9,500.
Oh, nice.
Paid,
Mark's got the scoop. He says he knows why. I'm gonna have to tune into his show tonight. What time? Hey man, what time you going live? Dang it! Don't make it too early. No, you do what I know. I'll catch you up, whatever. You know that. Maybe I'll throw it on the side over here even while he's going. And nice.
Yeah, that's part of the decisions you make, though. We've always been transparent about, when I was at Swift, and I would take like a month off, and so I'd be in the hole.
Right.
And we would talk about how, hey Jeff, how long is it going to take you to get out of the hole? Oh, probably about 2 weeks. It's a decision you make. There's always a reason for it.
Sweet, Narc. That's awesome. I will definitely tune in. Even with a migraine, I'll at least be listening. Just saying. Hey, Matt. Can you believe I called you 2 weeks ago? Just saying.
You're going to have to get me his channel again, because...
Oh, dude, it's great. Yeah.
That's not my bag, that whole world over there. But
I know, but there is some interesting real information there.
Yeah.
Look, Narc.
Post the link here, Narc. People will watch.
I don't know if wait, maybe I could do it. I don't think I have his channel up right now. I have Freight Cat's channel up, which is hilarious.
Who did you call? Me or Charlie? Because I don't think I texted you.
Oh, whatever. It was me. We talked on the phone. Stop it, man. I told you, bro. I don't sleep anymore. Gosh, my brain is broken.
Mm.
Look, you keep spelling my name like that, I'm gonna boot you. I'm just saying. I'm a man. What? Stop it. It's coming. I'm a man.
You're gonna get us canceled, Charlie.
I'm a woman. Stop. Okay. Good God.
It's Charles, by the way.
Right. Hey, baby. I'm getting myself in trouble. I'm saying bad things on the YouTubes. I'm a man. She giggled.
Look, Jordy's report card. He got all A's.
Oh.
So I got him A, and S's.
My middle grandchild got all A's on his report card
So I
today.
got him his green duck that he's been asking for.
Oh, nice. All right. Stop with the lobsters, you freak.
What?
Stop it.
Crab
Matt.
people.
Matt said Rosie. Oh, look. Yeah, spell her name like that. Look, you better learn how to spell people's names. Watch. Now you're going to be in trouble, sucker. Look. And he's trying to get you to help him. Look, it's right there on the screen now.
Oh.
You lost your help.
Nobody spells Donna's name right either.
He's not going to spell anybody's name right, apparently. But whatever. Mwah, babe. Thank you, my love. Oh, geez. This is insane.
We got lobsters, squirrels, and crabs.
Oh, my God. Stop it, people. Her face is better. I agree. I can't even. There's no argument there. You win. I hate to see her leave. Love to watch her go. What? Just saying. Where were we? We were going. Oh, Narc, where the hell are you? Put your channel link up here because I'm dumb. Hang on, I'll find it. Gosh. Wait, here. I can do this. And hit enter. What the heck happened? Oh, it changed. Freight car is not what I'm looking for. Freight cat. Yeah, if you just type in freight cat, then he comes up. Here it is. And then
when I type in freight cat, I get a bunch of advertisements for
wait a minute.
Cat and Jungle Gyms.
Here, I got the channel link.
Okay.
Oh, well, I'm dumb. I told you. Narc's like, I texted you, big dummy.
Matt, if you were paying attention, you know I'm at Pickle Park in Ohio.
Pickle Park. There you go. There's Mike's channel, just in case anyone wants to go over there at 8 o'clock Eastern time today and find out all this crazy drama on the Jason Pope person. And I'm sure it'll turn into other things as well. It usually does. It's great. Yeah, you know, it's funny. On the last live that he did, it was mostly focused on Jason. And I kind of enjoyed it. I was listening while we're heading down the road. Anyhow, couple other people out there, just saying, that have done things in the past. One of them has gotten really kind of low key, kind of staying under the radar thing now. It's okay. And that's good. Others are just straight God, it's just slimy people, and people follow these people. I don't. That's what I don't understand. So Jeff and I and our little community here, we actually help people, like with real math and real information and actual business stuff. And those guys get thousands of views. It's ridiculous. But okay, I don't know. And you know what? We'll keep helping the ones that we help. I mean, what else can we do? That's what we like doing anyhow. So, yeah.
Freight cat codename Narc.
Yep. If you look at the yeah. Oh, you click the link?
No, I can't click the link in our platform. I just
Oh, well, dang it.
did
I'll
Narc Mechanic.
Yeah, if you do at Narc Mechanic, that'll take you to the channel.
There he is. Bitch boy.
DJ, they can.
Dude, Narc, you're a dog on a bone, aren't you?
Oh,
Holy cow. I'm looking at his
never get on his bad side.
Holy crap.
It is awesome. I see. So he does. He will go after people like, yeah. But here's the funny thing about it. He ain't wrong. His tactics may be less than desired by some people, and I get that. Not their bag of tea, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the people he goes after, I swear they bring it on themselves. You may not like Narc's way of going about things and that sort of thing, but the people he goes after, you should really look at and say, why is he going after this guy so bad? And you know why? Because they're bad people.
Mm-hmm.
They're scamming people. And they're hiding it and trying to lie and say, we're not scamming you. We're helping you by you getting us referral money and stuff like that. I don't know. It's so weird.
Yeah. Matt says Todd hates me and I got zero clue why. Did you ever once question him?
You ain't wrong, Sean. Drama equals views, but you know what I mean? It's just, but where's the, with what we're trying to do, for instance, where's the actual help there,
Yeah.
and they say they're helping people, but they're not. It's just, I don't know, man. It just baffles me. I've probably taken up too much time talking about this knucklehead crayon.
Only 33 minutes.
Oh, so I'll keep going. So, back to crayon eating. What? Dude, that fight between those two was actually hilarious because it was all over a referral that one thought the other should have got, and he didn't get it, so the other one got it, and oh my God. They were fighting over money over a referral bonus on a driver.
Yep.
And
that tells you a lot.
In the middle of that, and it was crazy.
As a result, the way the referrals are given out has changed.
Yep. So that's fine. Narc's video titles always kill me, though.
Yeah.
Oh, he don't hold back. His thumbnails are hilarious. Who does your thumbs, man? Do you do them? Because some of those are hilarious. Anyhow.
God.
You ain't wrong, Brian. Those guys only care about helping their paychecks with referrals.
1, 2, I don't know what this. Oh, yeah, that's a Jason Pote thing, too. Under IRS investigation.
Yep.
What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I lost count. All Jason
I like
Pote.
the 404 Dave thumbnail when he's wearing lipstick. He looks like a white-haired lady.
Fake Christian, huh?
Oh yeah, he's running some sort of MLM Ponzi deal.
Oh, nice.
The Cowboy Up cover. Oh my God, that one's great. Stop it. Just stop. What's the referral bonus now? If we get this tiny thing here, isn't worth it to try and do what they do.
At Swift, I think it's down to $500, isn't it?
It was down to 5, but I think it's up to 1,000 or 15 again. It seems to change day to day on what they're needing. So I don't know.
The two that we got in the 3 years we've been doing this was at the $1,500 level. I know that.
Yeah. It's just whatever. Oh, Brian, you ain't, again, not wrong, sir. Basing your revenue on referrals is a losing business model, especially if you're running a trucking company.
Why not just go be a recruiter if that's what you
Right.
want to do?
See, that's probably a better way, Matt, honestly.
It takes 12 months to get. Oh, so they got to stay. Look at that. Yeah.
Or
That's
is
smart.
it paid out monthly over time? That might be worth it.
Could be.
You know?
It could be. Yeah. You get 10 of them. That's $1,000 a month. Residual income. I don't know. If I wanted to be a recruiter, I'd be a recruiter.
See, I think a good way to do it would be like that 1,300 deal. That's not a bad deal. You give them 100 for bringing the butt in the seat, right? Once they complete their first dispatch, then you pay out $100 a month for the next 12 months.
It's $300 every 3 months. Okay. Yeah.
You know, that wouldn't be bad. Oh yeah, there you go. 300. So same thing, really.
Yeah.
See, that wouldn't be a bad deal.
As a carrier, they got to protect themselves against guy coming in for 43 days and leaving.
I mean, look, it's a great deal for a carrier.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if they pay out $2,000 a pop, it's still a great deal for them if they can keep them for the next year.
Well, you know, we've talked to people that know about professional headhunters. In the trucking industry, owner operator headhunter will get $5,000 for getting someone to sign up.
Yeah.
So it seems to me that if you wanted to make money doing that, go be one of those headhunters.
You know? I don't know, man. It's crazy. There always seems to be a way that shady people find to do shady things on the backs of people that aren't shady. That makes sense? I got lost in my own analogy. I apologize.
Shady.
Excuse me.
Shady is as shady does, Charlie.
There you go. Carriers probably realize people don't stay, so they don't have to pay the full referral if they do it over time. You know, but that's the smart way, don't you think, DJ? I think so. I don't know.
Well, again, Mr. 43 over there.
Yeah.
Prime example, if they paid out the $1,500 and he only stayed for 43 days, carrier didn't recoup their money.
Right.
On that referral.
God, I can't wait for Narc show tonight now. I want to hear all the back end drum. That's the great thing. So like people call Narc, or Narc will call corporate people and ask them questions and they'll tell them stuff.
Yep.
Just saying, it's hilarious. And then Narc puts it out. And look, anybody that talks to Narc, you can have a real conversation with him. But if you're the focus of his ilk,
rage.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. You know what? I'm not even going to tell people how to get Narc off their butt. Some people know, some people don't.
Don't be a
And
dick.
huh?
Don't be a dick.
Well, that's a good start. You never get on the radar that way, right? Um, God, it's just so weird, man. Like I just don't even know how people think that that's okay the way that they're raised, and this is how you do people out in the world.
Mm-hmm.
While saying, oh, we're Christian, like good old trucker 404 Dave scammer dude. Um, Todd and Tim, and look, Tim disappeared, trucking with Cooper. I don't even know where the hell he is now, because he got screwed over by Pote. I don't even know how many times, because he kept following Pote around like a sad puppy dog, and went from one hop to another with him, just one to the next, and finally he's gone somewhere else now. So whatever, whatever.
He's probably happier.
I hope so. I absolutely hope so. Yeah, it's funny, because listening to part of Poach stuff this week, he was talking about, I'm just going to leave this YouTube channel stuff. Unless you guys want me to talk about some other stuff, what do you think I should talk about if I stay? I'm like, bro, just go. Don't threaten to meet him at the fuel line.
Yeah.
Dude, do you know how many people have threatened Narc, said, come to the Louisville truck show, I'm going to whoop you, and then they never show up? Or, I mean, because like half the world knows where Narc actually physically lives. He used to put out his address and his real phone number, right? And nobody's shown up. But they're like, I'm on my way. I'm going to bring a biker gang. That was funny, man. That one there was hilarious.
There's a biker gang involved?
Oh, dude. Who was that? That was
Is it the guys down at Legion Hall or what?
Dude, it was hilarious. That dude from Ice Road Truckers. The hell was his name? You guys know. Those other guys know who I'm talking about. Anyhow, that guy was hilarious.
There was a dude from Ice Road Truckers.
Oh yeah, he was GW Bowles. That's it. He was kind of a bit piece in all that Ice Road Trucker stuff, and then he became friends with some other dudes and big YouTuber guys that are all garbage too. But yeah, dude, it was funny because he like went after. He tried to start something with Narc, and then later on, he talked to Narc kind of on the side, down low through text or whatever, and said, "Bro, my bad. Can we stop this? Because you're like way too much, man. Like I can't keep up with this. It's crazy." And it was hilarious, man. I loved it. Trucker with T-Bone. Exactly. He's gonna come get you, Narc. Trucker with T-Bone's gonna get you.
Oh, really?
But yeah, so many people have said they're gonna show up at his house and all this other stuff. And it was funny because when Narc was working over there at night, it was great because some of those people were like, "Oh, I'm gonna come get you," and he'd like walk out in the parking lot and there's nobody there. "Come out here," and he's like, "There's nobody here." Oh man.
DJ is going to fight you 1 year from today in Vegas on a gravel parking lot.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, like some of these guys were like seriously like that. They're like, "We're gonna have a fight in Vegas a year from now, and we're gonna put up money and all this other stuff." And then it comes around, and guess what happens? Nothing.
Nothing.
It is so sad. It bums me out because I keep waiting for those epic ones, and then they don't happen. Whatever. Good God. I got to call Jenny. So I met some cool people through all the Narc stuff. Like, I mean, that's how, we met Sage, right? I want to talk with Jenny sometime soon because I told her I'd call her this week. Maybe we can get her on next Tuesday or something. She does a service where she goes after people that owe trucking companies money, like small guys and that kind of stuff, and some other stuff along with it. Yeah, there's like a bunch that I don't totally understand, but I think it's fascinating that there's services out there that do the things that she does that I don't even understand. That makes sense. I don't even know. That was weird. There's new like little icons.
What?
Did that make you bigger on your screen?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. My bad.
You
So
push
when
something?
when I moused over your video, because I'm constantly moving the mouse around, like doing figure eights and weird stuff like that with my trackball, and I saw these two little expand arrows on your actual video. Yeah,
That
like
one?
that. Yeah. And I was like, oh, what is that? It said maximize, but I didn't know if it was going to go across the whole thing. Whatever. Yeah, small carrier recovery. See, Narc's smart. People think he's not smart. I learned very early. Narc is smart.
Mm-hmm.
He's just easily distracted by the squirrel circus that gets many of us. I enjoy watching him because I'm like, damn, he's distracted. And coming from me, that says something.
Makes you feel good, doesn't it?
It does. I'm like, man, I'm not out there. It's fun. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I just throw comments up to completely derail them. It's not right, but it's funny.
Who was that dude that when he was at Swift, one of the YouTubers that came specifically to do YouTube for Swift, and he would do his videos standing up in his truck with his phone, and he was
that
all
guy.
over the place, like you almost couldn't watch
Yeah,
him.
he left. He was pissed off. Went somewhere else.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name, but he was an odd duck. That one too. But people love those guys, and they had huge followings, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I'm having fun in the chat. I apologize. It's not good video, but it's hilarious to me. Yeah, Matt. God, I remember that guy. YouTube truck stop knockout. Pretty sure Emily made him a logo. That's funny. Oh, yeah, this guy trucks. That's it.
Oh, okay.
See, look, everybody knows. I'm just saying. Yeah. So Jenny in a bottle, that's what I know her as on the channels. Yeah, so that's what she does. Small carrier recovery. And I think that's pretty interesting because, guys out there running their own numbers, 1, 2 trucks, they ain't got time for that nonsense. They get ooh, Pete is calling you out on the words. Me or him? Both of us? Probably.
Probably.
We're in trouble. Someone's in trouble. But running your own numbers in a small scale, there's a lot to do that a lot of people just don't understand what it is, right? And so, there's people like Jenny out there that do these other little odd services for you that can actually change your business trajectory, because if you have to spend all your time chasing debts that people owe you, how are you going to run your business? Right? And you're not big enough to have an accounts receivable department. You are it. You're the guy. You're the chick. You're the person, whatever. And that's where people like Jenny step in. And I think that'd be an interesting conversation to really get a kind of a look at what that little piece of the industry is. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I just haven't had the brain power to reach out to her and actually talk to her really about it. I've been telling Jeff, and he's like, yeah, we should do that. And then I don't do anything. So Jenny, it's purely my fault. You can come on right now if you want to. I'll throw you a link. But she's probably not watching right now. Sometimes she does. But I think I'd like to get Jenny on for like the whole 2 hours maybe, and I don't want to have to rush anything. Did you freeze? No, you're looking at something. Okay.
No.
Oh God. Where am I going? You know what? Let's run the commercial early, Jeff, and we'll come right back.
Okay.
Hey, y'all, you know what I'm going to do? Go check this thing out, and we'll be back in 50 seconds. You're either running your business like an owner or like an employee. And if you're stuck in that employee mindset, you're leaving money on the table. Company drivers wait for direction. Business owners create opportunities. Company drivers chase miles and just drive. Business owners chase profits and know their numbers. Want to run a real business? Start tracking your numbers. Know your cost per mile and start saying no to bad loads. Drop "I run a business" in the comments if you're done thinking like an employee. If you want to take this mindset shift further, join the Road Warrior Entrepreneurs community at www.rwedrive.com, where we have profit boosting strategies, coaching calls, and real road warriors winning together.
Yay. Charlie's not there. Charley probably had to go do something. Anyway, so what do you guys want to talk about? We talked about inside baseball a little bit there, which is always entertaining. Let me see if there's any new comments here. Nope, just this guy trucks. That's the last real one there. Huh. So David, this was a recording of a fight you had? Pulled him out of his truck. It's on YouTube, truck stop knockout. His dash cam recorded it. He spent the night in the hospital.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy, dude.
DJ, yes, I am doing expedited, and yeah, there's the fleet I'm involved in has 3 trucks on with Panther, and another one on with another carrier, I think still. I tell you what, though, full disclosure as always, doing expedited freight as a solo driver is tough. It is real tough. You know, I've got to be ready to go at a drop of a hat. Sometimes it's a couple of days between loads. It does pay really well, though. The mileage rate is higher than the average carrier.
Yeah, right. When you're running, it's good.
Yeah, when I'm running, it's great.
It's the waiting that sucks.
It's the waiting that gets me down. I do get a lot of sleep, though, which is good, right? David Dunn says, yes, it was a fight he got into.
Wow.
Loves in Pueblo.
That's crazy.
Nat, I don't know how to take that. I still think you should come here with me, Jeff. Did I say that wrong?
Hey now. Hey now. That was like sexy talk.
Yeah.
Hey, you are in a pickle park. What?
Yeah. I had to explain that earlier.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
You
Look,
younger
Tim is
drivers.
sheltered. Tim is a young, sheltered man.
Yes.
And we like
Trucking
Tim.
with T-Bone. Oh my.
Right? Hey now. Oh. I tried it late 90s. It was hard. It was feast or famine. Yep. Feast or famine.
Yep.
Sometimes you're at home having a barbecue and you get a phone call and you got to drop everything and go. I understand. Yeah, it's nuts. So that I think that's Jeff's biggest source of frustration is and this is from my outside looking in, of course, right? I mean, he can tell you his real deal. Is the weights. Because sometimes, especially when they send it anywhere near Atlanta, man, it was brutal for multiple trips to Atlanta where he'd get in there on a Wednesday, deliver something, and sit there for the next 7 days at the Petro in Atlanta, paying $1,200 a night to park there.
Yep.
And it was brutal.
Oh, Matt Donna says it's not allowed, so she will cut you, by the way. She's not a violent person, but she will cut you. Trucker Tim. I stop at those service areas all the time, but I'm someone that typically keeps to myself. Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna look. I feel like I need to give context to Trucker Tim as far as why they're referred to as pickle parks by some folks. Back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, it was a place for men to meet up with each other.
Good buddies, we call them.
Yes, good buddies. You know, it used to be kind of a hey, good buddy, and then it became a hey, good buddy. Yeah. Take it for what it's worth. I'm just saying. I ain't saying. Look, I'm not saying bad things about anybody's lifestyle. I don't care. Do whatever you want to do. Just don't hurt people. Consenting adults. You do you. But it's still funny to me. I can't help it. Whatever. I said that's
Yeah,
why.
and you know, Matt, coming back to
Never
Swift is
kidding.
not off the table. You know, nothing's off the table for me. I don't know. I'll tell people what I'm looking at, Charlie.
Yeah.
Just because, why not? Because if I end up getting one of these things, I probably won't be able to do the show anymore. That'll suck.
Right.
I'm looking at trying to get a government job, actually.
Government.
Mm-hmm.
Right now is a great time to get hired by the government.
Yeah. Get hired right into furlough.
Right.
Well, they're not. They're in a hiring freeze right now. We have a.
Could you imagine?
have a,
Guy started last week.
We have an Army depot just down the street from me, basically, and guy at church works there, and he just started doing hostling out there. And if I could get that job, that would get me home every single night, and that's something I'm interested in right now. It would mean going back to being an employee somewhere,
Right.
which I don't like. And you know, I've said in the past, death before company driver, but
Yeah.
at this point, I don't know, man. It's getting harder and harder out here.
We've
It
all
really
said
is.
things similar to that, Jeff. I'll never buy a new truck.
2 trucks later.
Okay.
But you know,
23
you
into a
you
26.
change your perspective over time. So I do love the industry. I mean, it's done a lot for me, Charlie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You've seen what it's done for me. The money's been there in the past. We're still not doing so well with the economy.
Right.
And that's what it really is. It's not the industry itself, regardless of what other people are telling you. It's not the brokers trying to screw you. It's not the carriers trying to screw you. It's not. It's like Clinton said. It's the economy, stupid. Right. And it sucks.
Hey, T21. Oh,
But you know, one of the things my dad taught me is always be looking for your next job.
right. I mean, even in what we've been doing, I mean, we said that way back when, like, we're always looking for a new opportunity. I think that is business 101.
Yeah, that's
You
true
know-
entrepreneurship, is looking for that next opportunity.
You know, you got to be always looking, because if you're not looking, whatever you're in could go stale. Let's just be real. And we've seen it in the trucking industry. It's stale is not even a good describer of it, right? So you got to be looking for other opportunities and setting yourself up financially and mentally to be able to act on those other opportunities as they arise. I mean, Jeff and I almost got into a really good one. And then it just didn't work out. But we were in a position where we were able to say, you know what, we can really talk about this and have a real conversation, talk to money people about things. And, you know, we talked to the accountant, we talked to, you know, someone running this thing. And there was, you know, a possibility of us buying a small carrier. I mean, it almost happened. And then the bank took it over. Bastards.
Yep.
Damn the
It was
man.
It was a sweet operation too.
It was, and it was such a sweet deal. The bank said, no, we'll take it instead. Oh man.
And they offered the guy more than we could possibly borrow.
Yeah, you know. So, but I mean, we were in a position where we were actually talking about negotiating things, you know. And if you're not doing that, I mean, you know, I look at other companies. Sure, I look at other companies all the time.
Yep.
Not so much lately. I got a lot of other things that occupy my brain right now. But most of them are on the business spectrum, one piece or another. I've been doing a ton of learning lately. I mean, Jeff can tell you, I've been going completely bonkers over. I've been building a chat bot. I've been using AI for multiple different things. You know, this morning when I got up, I was actually working on trying to learn how to build a 10-second video ad with AI. I didn't like the way it came out, so that's been scrapped. But whatever. I mean, I learned something about a software product, tried it out, and I'm like, I don't really like this. And so now I'll look elsewhere for something else, but it's something else off my list, you know, because there are certain companies out there that do certain things and you hear about them. And you're like, oh, let me see how it's actually, if it's actually practical and really does what they say. And I found that this one, I think it's a little too technical for me. That's very well could be a thing. I mean, I was using my GPT to help me write prompts for this other service, and it still came out poorly. You know,
that chatbot is pretty interesting, though. You should probably put that up. You should probably put the link up for that, huh?
Oh, okay.
If you can find it with your scatterbrain,
right?
I did stump it. But here's what we really need for people for this chat bot that Charlie's working on. We need people to interact with it, because it'll tell Charlie what questions it's asked and give Charlie the responses it gives. And if Charlie doesn't like the responses, he can go in and prompt it. No, this is actually the better answer. And it'll take that and it'll grow and it'll learn. So the more people interact with it, the better it gets. It did give me a pretty good generic answer to something that Charlie thought it wouldn't answer.
Yeah, I didn't think I had trained it well enough yet.
But I asked it, I have an unexplained fuel mileage drop. What should I do? And it gave me three things to look at, you know, tire pressure, engine performance, and driver habits. Again, very basic, not as detailed as we'd like it to be, but it did answer the question.
Right.
You know, ideally, as you guys know, if you have an unexplained fuel mileage drop, what do you do, Charlie? You check the charge air cooler, you check the air filter, you check the fuel filter, maybe run the overhead if those things aren't working to bring it back up. On the newer engines, though, from what we've been learning, I wouldn't crack that overhead open unless you did the other stuff first.
Right.
It used to be one of the first things you did, but I don't know, man. I've heard stories where people are setting them wrong in the shops and actually making it worse. So, you know.
Nice.
Yeah, Brian, Jess, you know, I don't agree with that. Brokers are definitely trying to screw you. I think brokers are in business. And as a business owner, they're trying to make the best profits they can. They're not out and out trying to screw people, most of them. And, you know, when we had Sage on, if you're working a load board, what was his advice, Charlie? Get off the load board.
Right.
You know, use it to find brokers that you can trust. Absolutely.
Right.
But once you've built that relationship with that broker, you're not using the load board anymore.
Right.
And that's where you get your higher paying loads. That's where you get treated more fairly. Because on those load boards, make no mistake, if I was a broker, you know, it's no different than, say, the stock market or any other market. You know, I'm going to try and lowball you. And it's up to you whether you want to take that or not. You know, there are, if you love negotiating, then having your own authority and using brokers is probably a great thing to do. If you love that negotiating process.
Right.
If you don't, and you have your own authority, try and get off that board. Find brokers that you can trust and run freight for them. You know, Matt, he's only been at Mercer for how long now? A couple months, right?
2 minutes.
couple months. And he's already at the point, he says he doesn't touch their load board anymore. They call me or I call them. And that's where you want to be. You know, you find those people that you can actually build a relationship with, and that you build this relationship of trust between you, and you get off of that low ball load board.
7 months.
7 months. Has it been 7 months? Holy crap.
Dude, time is not our friend.
That's why I need to get a local job, man. Before I die. Before I die. But, you know.
Hey, we got some things in the works, man.
Yeah. And you know, the other fact is that when you're working off the load boards, whether it's Mercer or DAT or whoever, you're not just in competition with the broker trying to figure out a good rate for you. You're in competition with the world. You know, that's something that people don't understand, is that, you know, I might look at a load and say, well, that's crap. And then Charley comes in and says, hey, I can make money with that. And takes it.
Right. Because I was that
me.
guy for a while. Like I was looking at loads that were like 99 cents and knowing, not thinking, knowing I could make profit on those with my old paid for truck. You know, is it what I wanted? No. But if I needed it, I could absolutely make a profit on that. I mean, I can make a profit now on my carriers, you know, Swift Transportation. I'm leasing them, of course. I can make money on a, you know, trip from Florida to Seattle, Washington, being paid empty miles with no fuel surcharge. I can turn a profit on that in 3 days. 85 cents a mile. I can turn a profit in my lease truck.
Not much of a profit, mind you.
Right.
But there is a profit.
So, you know, I'm just saying, you know, it's a matter of how you run your numbers, what your costs are. But a lot of people don't understand what their own costs are. I mean, that is below business 101, right? You need to know.
Yep.
You need to know your numbers. DJ said, if you're halfway decent, brokers would definitely call you all the time. It's not hard to build relationships in this business because there's so many out there. Yeah. It's not hard to shine. You know, so let me just take, you know, mine and Jeff's situation when he was at Swift, and I'm at Swift. You know, I built relationships in this company that is, I don't even know how many thousands, tens of thousands of employees they had at the time. Back then, and I don't know now. Yet, sorry, I gotta move that off. Look like I'm just eyeballs, Kilroy. But I was able to reach out to people, build relationships, and get to the point where, you know, I could reach the top of the food chain in the corporate structure, right? How did I do that? I just started asking people to talk. I got involved. I got known for I was a huge pain in their backside, to be honest. That's how I met Jordan. Jordan used to be the gatekeeper for Brian Dudley, who was one of the older VPs of the owner op division. And part of Jordan's job was to stop people from getting to Brian at that time. You know, if Jordan could take the question, handle the problem, and make things better, that's what his job was. You know, now that dude's a VP of training, and man, good for him. I love that guy. But Jordan and I were very adversarial, but had respect. Because to me, he was a roadblock. Because I didn't want to talk to him. I wanted to talk to his boss, the guy that actually made the decisions, right? I didn't want Jordan to have to say, well, let me go ask Brian. Because why? Why can't I just ask Brian? You know what I mean? And but that's how I broke through that wall. Was I just simply started talking to people. I started sending emails to people. I'd go to Phoenix just to hunt down people, and I know it sounds predatory, but I, you know, just figure out where they work and ask to see them. Hey, I'm in Phoenix. I'm in the terminal. I was wondering if I could have 5 minutes, and then don't screw up that 5 minutes.
Right.
And those 5-minute conversations eventually over time will turn into where they're calling you saying, hey, man, can you come to Phoenix? And we'd really like to talk to you over the next couple of days. Okay.
Or you show up at the terminal in Phoenix when you don't even work for them anymore, and you get a hug
Right.
from the man.
Right. I'm just saying.
Oh, midlife truckers causing problems.
Let's see.
We're going to say yes to that, midlife trucker, but if you lease a truck, aren't you automatically a businessman? Sarcasm font. Technically, I think you are. Whether you have the skills or not, that's a different thing entirely. I think there's a mindset that goes with it that a lot of people just don't have.
I like the sarcasm font.
Yeah.
I like that. Midlife, you ain't wrong. That's been some of the stuff that Jeff and I have been, harping on for years,
Mm-hmm.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Right.
And don't get mad that when you went into this with absolutely zero real world knowledge or experience and it doesn't work out for you, it ain't the person you signed the contract for, it's you, the contract signer. I believe. Yep. I believe the majority of leases out there, again, we say all the time, it is not the best way to
get a piece of equipment.
Yeah, get a piece of equipment. But it is a way, and if you go that route, we have help for you. We have ways to guide you through that kind of business model. Hopefully to get you to a point where you're actually buying trucks. I feel like I'm too old to buy trucks at this point. I don't want to be.
Well, there's a lack of will. There's
right.
Nothing else.
At this point for me.
In 10 years, do I still want to be owning trucks? I don't. I want to be doing something else. And, there is a definite, if you're going to own the truck, there's a definite ROI, return on investment. You got to have that truck for at least 2 years after you've paid it off.
Hey,
before
Nick,
you've actually recouped all that money. So, you got to really think about that. And, our opinion has changed on that over the years. And I think it has everything to do with getting older, Charlie.
Yeah. Yeah, Matt's going to have his truck paid off in January 19th, which I believe is actually really fast. Can't remember what it was originally, but I feel like that's much sooner than initially thought. And midlife, you ain't wrong there either. In business world, we always said it's not what you know, it's who knows you.
Yep.
Look, there are times, there's that thing in marketing or public relations. There is no bad publicity.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay, so in our industry, you don't want to be known as Jason Pope. Great example.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Jeff and I honestly have a pretty good reputation through multiple companies throughout the industry. Not just trucking companies, but other companies that, service the trucking industry, insurance, things like that. Right. Like my carrier, look, we should have made, Jeff and I both should have made a lot of money from this carrier for the things that we did. Excuse me, for the company. But we ain't mad because that wasn't the driving force for us helping. Could we help more? Absolutely. But we still have to run trucks and pay bills, right? Like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
If we're not getting compensated for that, then, that can't be our main focus. That's why we do a show a week.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to be on here every damn day talking to trucking, or talking business coaching, or, sharing some of this new AI stuff that I've been learning, because let's be real. Y'all need to, if you're not paying attention to AI, you need to be.
Yep.
I'm trying to learn how to alleviate a lot of the background stuff. Like, look, I have people that have been in the queue on the Contractors Corner Facebook group, the private group for Swift contractors. They've been there for 6 weeks, and I apologize, but I just don't have the bandwidth to get it all done. I promised Jeff I would get all that caught up this week. I'm off till the 29th, so I'm going to get some things done this week. But I just couldn't make the time for it. It's not that I didn't have it. It's I couldn't make the time for it because of all the other things. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Sora, honestly. That's the one I was talking about. Sora, I think, is a little over technical. I'm looking at a couple others right now. Because the wonkiness of Sora came out, I don't know. I asked it for some specific things earlier. I don't think I have them still on the screen. That's a bummer. I would show you, but because we're dealing with the trucking industry and what I was trying to work on, I asked it to give me, a video of a trucker at a fuel stop, golden hour, sun coming up, in a Freightliner Cascadia, blah, 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 right? And it gave me these 4 different options. And one of them, I don't know, it kind of looked like Cascadia. And then it had a big W on the grill. So that was funny. Yeah.
Even the AI likes the custom Western
And
Star
instead of
better
the
than
passenger door
Cascadia.
opening, the whole wall behind the passenger door opened. And it folded out like, so if it was closed this way, it pushed out and then rolled out like this. Like an airline door, right? And a trucker just appeared between the gap. And I'm like, if I put that out there as an ad, people are just going to laugh at me and what a joke. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean, there was a lot of that. I mean, one of the graphics or the videos it tried to generate was showing the truck driving backwards down the highway. And I'm like, why? And one of them popped up, Jeff. Oh my God, you would have loved it. It was an expediter truck driving this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as it got a little further in the scene, it popped up with another cab on the back pointed this way, but it was still going that way. So it had cabs at both ends.
Nice.
AI hallucinates. You have to learn how to control that. And I'm not technical enough with Sora yet. Midjourney is, Midjourney is, I'm looking at a couple different ones right now, and I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there to go through. I get out there and try free trials to see what's going on. But anyhow, it's wow, we could go AI, like deep AI now. But there's a lot of things that you can get AI to do for you, even in your trucking business. Do you have a Facebook page for your trucking business? It can create content to create buzz about your page. You can throw a chat bot in there like I did for the RWE tracker that we're developing, and it'll answer questions and it will introduce itself to your prospective viewers, clients, or employees.
Mm-hmm.
And it can do a lot of the small stuff without taking it all over, because at any point, like with the chat bot, I'm getting notifications of messages going through, right? I didn't even realize it, to be honest. And I can step in and take over that conversation anytime seamlessly.
Charlie, midlife trucker's not wrong. You could get a cowboy hat and dance in front of a Swift truck.
After all, it is a no-brainer. Yeah, that was Jason's thing. Oh my God. It's a no-brainer. Best lease ever. Sky's the limit. Why do you people keep bringing me back there?
Because it's fun.
Is Narc live already? That jerk face.
I don't think so.
He sent me a link, dang it. No. 8:13 p.m. All right, cool.
That gives me enough time to get something to eat and come back to the truck. Does he always wear sunglasses?
He's usually wearing something. Not all the time,
Whoa.
but most of the time. Look,
Man, he
no,
moves-
I just
man,
thought it
he
was
moves
you
around.
posted it early. That's awesome, bro. I like when you do that because then it gives me a timer and I dig it. Look, I would have, I'd have been like, Jeff, let's bounce. That ain't right, but it's funny.
Yeah, Grok's latest version is really good. I like Grok a lot. Midlife Trucker says, I have conversations with Grok as I'm driving down the road. It gives me suggestions for video content or scripts. Just wear your headset and it'll talk. Yeah, just don't put it on certain personalities.
Right? I'm a man. Sorry, that's wrong. Stop.
Yeah. Sky's the limit, Brian Jess. Sky's the limit.
Oh God.
DJ says, Mega Carrier could give Jason a free truck, no lease payment for 2 years. He would still fail. Unfortunately, but it's true.
Yeah. Look, so I've been doing that with GPT now too, talking to it. And I've had some really interesting conversations. So one of the things powering my chatbot is GPT. Here's the problem with it. It's not my GPT because it would answer a lot of those questions that could get thrown at it right now in the way that I would normally answer them, as far as, maintenance tips and things like that, right? Because my GPT that I use has that memory saved. I pay, whatever a month for it. And so it has this long history with me going back and forth and talking about different things, or, I'll say, what are your thoughts on this topic on, when you should check filters or whatever, right? Just random things. And it'll tell me something and I'll say, well, I can understand why someone might do it that way, but this is the way I would do it and why. And it goes, oh, well, that's interesting. And sometimes it'll argue it because I specifically told my GPT, which I call Echo, that if there's something that I'm just not getting from its perspective to me, to fight me on it. Absolutely push back if you think that what you're saying is a better way. Let's actually debate it and figure out which option is the better option for most or for me, right? And I've actually found that really helpful because there has been a couple things where GPT's been like, that's smart, but have you thought of this? Oh God. I thought something weird was about to happen, bro.
Had to crack it.
But yeah, so I mean, look, AI is only as good as the data it has access to. It's getting larger and larger language models to work on, right? I saw a video today. It was Neil deGrasse Tyson being interviewed by someone else, and they were actually talking about AI and AGI, and I can't remember the exact what the G stood for, but basically AGI goes out and learns on its own for its own purposes. Like if it's an assistant to you, it might see something and go, oh, this would be good for Jeff. Let me pull all this up and be like, hey Jeff, check this out. Have you ever seen this? So not truly autonomous, but within some limits. But there's a lot of stuff like that, I think. Anyhow, all that to say, if you're not looking at AI now, I think there's a lot of benefits to it, even in our industry. If you're worried about AI taking over your business, your trucking stuff, you know what? It could happen down the road. I don't think it's going to happen fast. Yeah. But why not learn how to program and work with that stuff?
Yeah, I read an article on FreightWaves that one of the big LTL carriers, I can't remember which one, but they just started using AI to...
Be safe, Brian. Thanks, buddy.
They just started using AI to tweak their logistics system, their entire system, to make it more efficient. Dispatch times, routes, all sorts of stuff. And they have enough data from their operation that they were able to plug everything into the chat bot, and it analyzed all of their stuff like within hours, it wasn't a fast thing. But then it started making recommendations on how to change their operation for efficiency.
Right? There's just so much to it, man. I mean, I talked to someone who actually left the industry, was a contractor, was doing okay. He went off to go learn AI something or other. Another one left to go learn cybersecurity. You know, things that they could do. Look, and check this out, because a lot of that type of work can be remote work. That's good for the people in our industry who are antisocial loners. There's a lot of us out here. I don't do big crowds well. I don't mind one-on-ones. I don't mind meeting new people face-to-face, one-on-one. I struggle with crowds.
Right.
Jeff can tell you. I mean, there was times in some of the stuff that we've done in the past where I'm like, bro, I'm wigging out.
Yeah, there's even during driver appreciation week, you were having to go out to the truck every once in a while just to be alone.
That sounds sexy. Not that way though. But yeah, no, it's just, I mean, if you look at, artificial general intelligence, thank you. I could not pull it out of my brain. I listen and, I don't read things. Let's be real. I try not to read things because I don't hold it. But I listen, and then there was so much going on in my brain that I can't put it all in line. So whatever, I try. The more I touch and listen and do, the better I learn. That sounded weird too. Happy wife, happy life. What? See, that doesn't even make sense, but it happened. Tim, look, save me. I love ChatGPT. I just wish its image filters weren't so restrictive. Sometimes I have to do several prompts before it actually generates the image that I really wanted. Anyway, there's a lot of refinement in that sort of thing that I got to be honest, that's not my strong point.
Yeah, it took me forever to get those images of happy trucker, sad trucker, all those things I used on the website.
Right.
It took me a minute to get ones that didn't look stupid.
And then the worst part is if you get GPT to do it, try and get it to duplicate that image. It can't.
Yeah, because everyone's unique.
It can't duplicate it. Yeah. I mean, because I've got, I named our little chatbot Gearbox, and I have multiple iterations of that one. Right now, very cartoony, but I like him. He's kind of a cute little dude, bright blue eyes. He's like, hey, what's up?
The different AIs too have different restrictions.
Right.
My dad was using the Google AI. He was just playing with it and asked it for a picture of a bald Donald Trump.
Nice.
And it came back with that their AI will not do political figures.
Wow.
I put it into Grok, and it gave me a picture of Trump and then a drawing of Trump with no hair. Just right, bam, there you go. So there's different restrictions based on other things as well that you need to be aware of, I think.
Midlife. Absolutely right there. If you were to master AI, you could have it running Contractor's Corner when you're on vacation or you can't seem to make it because of a load. That is absolutely true. I'm starting to see a lot more. There are completely 100% AI podcasts out there right now. Both sides of the podcast are AI. Someone gave them a subject, a topic, some guidelines, kind of lined out the messages that they want to get and let them have it. And people are listening and it's gold. I don't know how I feel about that, but
one of the first great examples of the new AI, and this was about a year ago. You know who Brendan Burchard is?
Yeah.
He's one of the self-help gurus out there. On his website, he has a button, Ask Brendan Anything.
Right.
And this one costs like $500 a month to subscribe
Right.
to, but it will go through. It goes through all of his books, all of his videos, and everything. When you ask it a question, it searches the best answer it can find in all of Brendan Burchard's material. It answers your question in his voice.
Right.
That's pretty incredible. You know, anything he's written, anything he's put to video, all of his lecture material, it looks at all of it. Like now. It's amazing.
Yeah. And you know, that's built on the language model aspect of AI. The what is it? Large language model, LLM, I think is what they call it. And basically it's taking all those words and then it's generating what's the next most likely word to go with this. And then it just strings it, but it does it so dang fast that it looks like real-time conversation. It's fascinating. The computing power is immense from what I've seen and heard and read and things like that. Which is why it's, you know, but now you look at PCs that are coming out with specific AI modules built into the motherboards now.
Yep.
And that to me is that is next level.
You got 2 GPUs in the new laptops. One that's dedicated just for AI. I kind of wish that Microsoft would get off their butts and actually write a decent AI themselves.
So apparently Google has a really good video creator AI deal. Their BER3 is supposed to be phenomenal. Like a lot of that Yeti stuff that everybody just loves because I think they're hilarious. A lot of that's done through that platform. You know, and I mean I watched a video of a guy today who was actually using that platform, and you know, it was a 20-minute video. It was actual 10 minutes of work that he was doing on the thing, and he produced one of those beautiful little Yeti videos. And I was like, you know, Yeti escaped the woods, and he's first day in the city, and went out and had a iced latte, and then, you know, went on a roller coaster, and then wrapped his day, and it was funny.
Yeah.
And I saw how he did it through that. You know, he made 3 different clips and pieced it together, and bam, there he is. And you know, that one went viral as well. You know, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the one I've got for the iPhone, Charlie, I can tell it to do a short video. If I give it a topic, any topic, and it'll do a 1-minute video with me talking. Now you notice that the lips aren't always synced on those videos, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know.
So
I haven't used it as much as I should, but you know.
GPT's Sora 2 is now out. And they've got it in an app form, but it's only available on Apple.
Yeah, I think you're going to run into that.
They're working on getting it to Android, but it's not their priority because Apple's more of the creator side of things and all that. And I get it, whatever. Just bothers me. I'm waiting for an invite to the Windows or the internet version of it now. So I'm really excited to see that because Sora 2 will now allow you to actually build in the voice, music backgrounds, the whole video end to end. You can actually record I believe it's like about a minute and a half video of yourself, and it will clone you like you were talking about on the other one, Jeff. And it's supposed to be really good. I mean, this Sora 2 looks fantastic. Sora 1, I'm not a fan of. I tried it before. I tried it again today, and it requires too much technical detail, I think. And I'm not good at describing the technical things that I want to see. I'm like, I want to see a good video that's funny. That's not enough detail, you know. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I've noticed too, what's showing up on my feed lately too is online courses for old people to help us learn AI.
Yeah. Look,
because I really do think that it's going to be taking some jobs, probably before I'm ready to retire. So it's best to learn the new technology.
here's the thing. That was part of the Neil deGrasse Tyson thing that I heard earlier. He's like, you know, back in 1905, a picture looking down Fifth Avenue in New York,
Mhm.
right? It was 90% horses and buggies, and 10% car, like one car or whatever in the street. You fast forwarded 10 years, same picture or same view, and it was completely swapped over. There was only one damn horse on the street and everything else was cars in a very short span, right?
Yep.
And people were arguing, saying, well, but look at all those people that lost their jobs. I mean, industries were lost. People who made buggy whips, people who were the guys that made wheels, built suspensions for the buggies, right? Took care of the horse's hoofs and all that other stuff, right? All those people just dwindled away, right? And disappeared and just died on the planet. No, they adapted.
They became
got
tire
into new
guys.
industries.
They became tire guys. They became car suspension guys. They became body guys. Yeah, the coding. I was just talking to my dad about this, Charlie. Nicholas Earl. It's already taking jobs. Most coding is done by AI. Yeah, I was talking to my dad about it, and I think next time I have lunch with my friend Jamie, I'm going to ask him about it.
Talk to Jamie about it. Jamie said something along those lines too.
Yeah, a lot of their coding now is done by AI. He's a project manager at a software company, and most of their coding is being done by AI. But it's not to the point to where they don't need people to go through and debug.
Right, but you can get it to write the bulk.
Right.
And then you go in and you refine. Look, this tracking app that we're going to be putting out there, the RWE fuel and maintenance tracker, almost all written by AI. A lot of time in inputting and prompting and saying, no, let's tweak this. I don't like this. I want it to do this instead. I want it to have this look and this feel. And this is crazy math. Your math is wrong, because I have to go through and verify it all. And the math was wrong on multiple places where it was just crazy. I'm like, I don't even know how you got that number. And would go through step by step on how the math should happen. So you need to understand what you're trying to get it to do. Otherwise, you're going to put out something that's garbage. Like they say, garbage in, garbage out. But yet, it's doable. And I'm just a big dumb trucker. Here I am, writing a chat bot, writing an app. I'm trying to teach Jeff as we go a little bit, and he's like, bro, you hurt my head. But I mean, these are things that we're getting into because we see the light. We don't necessarily want to be in the truck. I love the trucking industry. I'm getting kind of bummed at being in the truck every damn day. Well, okay, so for me, it's 4 days a week. Let's be real.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've been out for yesterday was 1 month for me, just saying.
Right. Yeah. I don't have the drive to do that anymore. And, I'm honest about it. I don't want to do that anymore. I make less money now than I could be even here at Swift.
Yep.
But it's a trade-off for me. It's time or money. You trade time for money, or you trade money for time. Working with AIs and things like that and developing these other tools help shrink that gap. They give you more time and help create money.
And Midlife Trucker, of course, it's only available on Apple. Why would they make it available on anything else?
Yeah.
So the harsh reality for me, and Charlie and I discussed this in depth before I got my iPhone, is trying to be a creator. Really, you need the Apple products. There's just so much more in the Apple universe than there is on PC. Without paying an arm and a leg. I could go get, the full Adobe suite, which would work just as well as the Apple stuff, but it costs a lot more.
Right.
on the subscriptions than Apple does. Apple did a really good job, and I've been anti-Apple for so long that this really hurt my feelings when I bought an iPhone. But the reality is, if you're going to be a creator, Apple did a really good job creating an environment for creators specifically. So, next step is to get a MacBook. Yep.
Look, I am day cab. Sorry. I'm in Narc's chat room too, by the way, at the same time on his channel. I am wow, totally lost it. I derailed myself.
I don't know.
Well, Donna said, we don't want Jeff to do that anymore either, So we're looking at other avenues. I would love to stay somehow stop it, DJ. I am looking to find ways that I can do other business and help. One of my passions is veterans and, awareness of depression and those sorts of things, the PTSD stuff. And I hate that we're losing so many people still to suicide and things like that. I don't like it. I want to do something where I can coach people and share some of my business knowledge while also sharing some other journeys that I've taken over time. Right. But to be able to do that, I still need to make income. I got to pay the bills. I got a lot of people, depending on me for that. My choice to have so many people that I'm taking care of. Absolutely my choice. But I want them here and I want to make it as easy as possible for them. I don't want them to have to look other places and oh God, I got to move because I need a better job. I'm like, whatever, so I'm looking for constant things to do, things that will help me help more business owners in the trucking industry and other industries as well. I want to help veterans start their business. People don't really know how to talk to us or understand how we speak. And I'm not just talking about combat veterans. I'm like people who served any kind of time in the National Guard, the Army, Marines, whatever. You learn to be kind of a different person. It just is part of the reality. You have a different vernacular. Big word, Jeff. You have a different thought process. You look at everything differently. And a lot of people who haven't been in that life don't know how to translate what the hell I'm trying to say at times. I'm lucky enough that every now and then I can slow down the brain because I very early realized that people don't know what I'm talking about when I'm in that mode. And I had to find other ways to explain it to them. And I think I've gotten pretty good at that. So that's something that I want to help veterans do, right? Jeff has always been into business coaching, like that thing. He's a huge long-term fanatic in that white collar business side of things. And so now we're getting to a point where we want to kind of broaden our horizons. Trucking is great. Don't get me wrong. I'm just getting old and beat up. I broke way too many bones, got way too much arthritis and metal in my body to be out there getting pounded down the road every day. It's just not good for me, physically or mentally. If I didn't have Rosie with me in the truck, I probably wouldn't still be trucking. Yeah, anyhow. I don't know. That took a weird turn, I think. Save me, Jeff.
I can't.
Dang it. He's like, I can't save you from yourself in your great big mouth. Anyhow. But yeah, I mean, there's just so much, going back to the businesses and opportunities part of the conversation. If you're not looking for opportunities, not necessarily in the industry you're in, even, if you want to broaden your horizons and learn some new stuff, like I'm learning all this AI stuff. I'm fascinated by it. I want to learn how to utilize it and make it work for me, not against me. I don't want to be replaced by some of this stuff. I want it to make my life easier and better. Right. You shut up, Sean. Talking about get rid of that Freightliner and get a Pete Volvo or a KW. I want a Lego truck. What? But no, I mean, I don't know. There's just so much to it. I think that there's a lot of different directions everyone could go. I think we just got to be open to some of the changes that are coming. You know, if you just bury your head in the sand, like so many of our generation, actually, it's the generation that's older than us, Jeff, buried their head in the sand for a lot of this stuff. And then they had to catch up. You know, you and I, not big into coding. Didn't think it was going to be that big a thing.
Yeah.
You know, and look at us now. We're like, oh my God, why don't we know how to code? And we've got, 6-year-olds out here writing apps. What the?
Well, you know what Michael's, my son Michael's latest project is?
Oh my God, that guy.
He's building a neural network.
Right? Tell him what he did last time. What he just finished.
Oh, what he just finished? He built his own CPU from scratch using just diodes and resistors and all that. Completely
This is
from
what he does for
scratch.
fun.
And it's only a one function CPU. It only counts. But the theory behind it, that he knows how to build a CPU, is just
Right.
amazing. He actually got featured in some computer magazine's website here recently because of it. And now he's on to building a neural network that he's teaching how to play chess. And he just got it to the point to where it's starting to make moves that he didn't teach it.
See, I think that's starting to fall into the AGI.
Mm-hmm. Well, I asked him, is it a large language model? What is it? He's like, no, that's way more complicated than what I'm doing.
Right.
And I'm sitting here thinking, well, what you're doing sounds pretty doggone complicated to me. So,
Right.
so
But it's
yeah,
a trip, man. And Mike's what? Late 20s, 30?
almost 30. Yeah.
Okay. And then you look at, the kids today. I've seen some amazing kids out there that, I mean, they're not physical at all.
No.
I think that's a bummer. They don't play outside. They don't get dirty. They don't build their immune systems, but whatever. They can write you an app. They know how to program your VCR. Not that we have those.
Well, I remember an interview. It might have been with Neil deGrasse Tyson. This was about maybe 5 years ago. And he was saying in the future, people will just write their own apps.
Right.
If they need something done, they'll just write their own apps. And I remember thinking, well, gosh, I'm dumb. I can't do that.
Right. And look, Jeff, we have our own app.
Yeah.
The thing that we wanted.
Yeah.
We're like, we don't want to go to someone else for this. Let's make our own.
Well, again, give credit where credit is due. Rutherford pioneered all of this stuff.
Right.
But he spent thousands of dollars hiring a guy to write that Let's Truck app.
And still paying people.
Yep.
To update and manage.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you that we're a few $100s into our app.
Mm-hmm.
Not thousands and thousands over years, a few $100s over a month or two.
Yep.
Well, let's see when I start. I started in August while at my mom's house, kind of just poking around at something.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't
I
get
didn't
serious
hear
for
from
another
him.
2 or 3 weeks.
I didn't hear from Charley for like a week.
Yeah.
And then the next time I talked to me, he's like, hey, I'm working on an app. And I'm like, you're what?
I was on fire too. We drug Craig and Matt Nissen into a meeting. We're like, all right, guys, this is what we're doing. What would you like to see if you were to have something like this at your disposal? And so that's where we started. and we actually have way bigger plans for it than what it is right now. But you got to start somewhere, and I got to be able to pay for time and things like that. So we're going to charge $2.99 for it. And just what you save in actually tracking your stuff, you'll be amazed that it'll pay for itself. And then our plan.
And our plan is not to upcharge for the new features.
Yeah, so I was looking at that, Jeff, and it may go up $1 or $2 on the full blown
with the accounting and everything.
Right. With everything in the background that you just basically you say, hey, I'm gonna hit this button, send it to the accountant, it's all ready to go.
Okay.
It's still gonna be under $5 a month.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's pretty damn good, and our goal is to work with Trucker CFO to kind of build out some of that in the background. What do you need as a CFO, as a CPA? What is it you need? How would you like it presented and formatted and all those things? So we're going to build that into the app. So all you got to do is, man, you open up this one app, bam, there you go. And it's working, and because it's web-based and not app-based, you don't have to wait for the app stores to approve every damn update you make.
Yep.
And we can fix things on the fly. Like I had Craig tell me, hey, man, this thing is completely broken doing this one thing. And I'm like, oh, crap. I was literally standing on a dock on my phone talking to my AIs, the two of them that I was using at the time for this. And I'm like, this is what happened. This is what needs to happen. And why did this happen? Right. And we fixed it in 2 stops. The time I spent on a dock in a Target store while they were unloading my truck and I was looking at stickers as they came by, fixed the app. If that was on the App Store, you couldn't have done that. I mean, you could have fixed it, but it would took days or weeks to get it to roll out to the masses. So that's why we actually opted to go with a web-based app. Just gives us more control, and we can add features and try out features a whole lot easier and things like that. Anyhow, whatever. I'm not trying to sell it. I am, but I'm not. Go to that group if you guys wouldn't mind. It's in the chat there, facebook.com/RWE tracker. If you go there and click on Messenger, it'll actually open up a Messenger box. And at the bottom of the Messenger box, you should see a little button that says get started in the chat window. If you push that button, it'll tell you all about the RWE tracker, and it'll start a conversation with you and start telling you what part of our plan is and what it's all about. And Jeff just started a conversation with us, about his fuel mileage. And they had, a 4 or 5 comment discussion back and forth about fuel mileage. And I don't think he ever even saw the get started button. That's the funny thing.
No, I didn't.
He just got in there and sent a message.
Yep.
But if you hit the get started button, you'll run through what's called the full experience. It's going to actually ask you a couple questions. It wants to learn about you so that we can better serve you, right? That's the whole purpose of that. There's some like qualifying type questions, are you a fleet owner? Are you a one truck guy? Are you a company driver? Things like that, that changes how we can respond to you and your needs as we see them, and how we can develop further in the future to make it more adaptable to, the masses, right? Because we want to service as many people as we can, and still be able to kind of niche down for each individual aspect of it. So, part of that plan is to have, that customization for, I'm a heavy haul, whatever, an OD guy, whatever. Because there are different things in that operation that, OTR van company driver guy has no need for, understanding of. Sean, track your fuel mileage. I think it's important. You'd be amazed at it. You'll actually, when you start tracking it, here's the funny thing is you won't even change anything. Just the fact that you start tracking it, you'll start seeing improvements. because you'll want to see improvements, and subconsciously you'll actually start making improvements.
Yeah, you'll gamify it yourself.
Yeah, I want to do better than the last fuel up. How do I do that? Oh, I better slow down. Just I'm gonna slow down 1 mile an hour. Hey, if it works, it works. You know, that's how I got into it, because I was a foot on the floor. Came right out of a company truck into a lease truck and was stayed on the floor. Wasn't processing the cost of fuel, and I could make more money by not paying for fuel as much, right? Learned that from Rutherford. Oh, damn, I better slow down.
Yep.
So I don't know. I think I've rambled enough, Jeff. Unless someone's got some.
You can use it either on the phone or on a PC, either one.
Yeah, tablet, phone, PC. It'll work anywhere, Sean. That's the way we built it. It is optimized for a mobile platform, to be honest, because we know that most of us are using the mobile version of it. You know, I can show you a quick little. Oops, I can show you a quick little screen here. Let's see. Let me open up my browser. RWE tracker. It's loading. It looks terrible on the camera, but this is the basic dashboard. So there's my last 30 days average. It's dropping because I had some bad choices. Cost per mile, my DEF cost per mile, there's no maintenance in there. My total cost for the last 30 days in diesel and DEF, that's some maintenance stuff. And yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of information here. And then you can, let me shrink that down a little bit. Tap the menu, you can go to your fuel log. And that's every fuel up I've made in this truck. And all this detail is in there. And then you can just touch one of your fuel ups, and it takes you to all the detailed information about that fuel up. I know this is a terrible view of it, but I'm working on getting screenshots out there so that people can see what it's capable of. And yeah, so I mean, you know, I'm tracking all of my fuel mileage in this thing and my DEF usage, and I'm going to maintain my maintenance history on this truck. So yeah, anyhow, yeah, it'll work on any platform. It'll work in your iPhone. It'll work in your Android. It doesn't care. It just works in a browser, and it will adjust to your browser, whether it's a desktop, a tablet, or a mobile device in either orientation. So there you go. So yeah, check it out if you could. It's not out yet. I'm still working on where we're going to base the platform itself and how we're going to implement that part of it. I'm hoping that they actually get that maybe sorted out this week, Jeff, since I'm going to be home. I mean, I've got some other stuff I got to do too, but I think that's one of my priorities for the week. Yeah, I'm hoping to get that up there. I think that'd be great. But that's what I got for now. I missed something. Oh, look, I didn't even see your message. That's great. Till just now, I was like, oh, look. Hey, what do you got, Jeff? We're out of here, folks. What do you got to say, man?
Keep that rubber side down, and remember, with no action, there is no traction. Let's go get it.
Outstanding. And y'all know me. Look after each other. There's no one out here looking after us but us. We'll see you here next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, because I'm not going back to work till Wednesday after that. So yeah, that's a thing. And we will see you then. Thanks for being here, guys. We love you. I love you. I don't know if he does or not, but I love you. I'm just saying until I don't, and then I don't. Whatever. See you over on Narc's channel. I'll send you a link, Jeff. What is happening?